I do several things. I am a psychiatrist and am boarded in addiction psychiatry. And what I do is I do a careful psychiatric evaluation to see what's going on. And I also do medical acupuncture, which is an alternative type of treatment. It can be quite helpful for cravings and for insomnia and for other problems that people who have addictions. And along those lines, I also can prescribe Chinese herbs and some Western herbal products that can be very, very helpful. And I'm on track to be in the first group of people who take functional medicine boards in 2013. And this is a evidence-based medical approach looking very closely at what really works in complementary and alternative medicine. And how can you essentially normalize the body and treat underlying processes. And the issue here is that Western medicine is organ-based. It looks at the liver, and you go to a specialist if you have a problem with your liver. If you have a problem with addiction, you go to an addictionologist. If you have a brain problem, you go see a neurologist. Most illnesses don't just, and not just illnesses, but also imbalances, don't just reside in one organ. They affect the whole organism, and they affect multiple organ systems at the same time. So we're looking for underlying physiological processes that are out of whack. They're not in balance. And it's really very unfortunate. It really comes out of Western philosophy. There's no other philosophical tradition in the world that separates mind and body. If you look, for example, at Chinese medicine, which I know quite well, or at any of the native traditions, whether from this hemisphere or other hemispheres, none of them separate the mind and body. In fact, it's inconceivable to either the skilled practitioner of Chinese medicine or the, quote, primitive man or primitive woman that mind and body are different. They're considered one and the same, and any problem that affects the body will affect the mind. And I view myself as just one part of the sanctuary team where other aspects of the person are carefully looked at, and where there's real attention to psychological issues and psychotherapy. There's attention to structural physical issues, and then of course there's attention to the entire energy system of the body and the luminous body that can affect one's health. So I feel like what the sanctuary provides is in-depth health. And it's a very small number of people. There are only 5 rooms, and that really limits the number of people who can be present, so they get a very intensive program. And I have to say I'm very proud to be part of that, to be one of the practitioners in that program.